Welcome to Hays Post News. I'm Becky Kaiser. Hays School Board members Lance Bickle and James Leiker were disappointed but not surprised by the nearly 2-to-1 defeat of the USD 489 LOB question Friday. With a turnout of 38.27% for the mail-in ballot, voters turned down the opportunity to increase the local option budget by 1%. The measure would have generated nearly $200,000 for the cash-strapped school district. The board had already indicated it would likely use the authority granted by the legislature to hike the LOB up to 2 additional percentage points for 1 year. Both Bickle and Leiker said they talked to voters who were concerned about that extra increase.
Obviously, the results aren't the way we had hoped they would be, but we're going to have to continue to find new ways to find efficiencies and things like that we can use to raise funds in order to, again, try to, we're obviously looking at class sizes, bringing teachers back, things like that.
James Leiker says parents are going to have to get more involved.
There will be a little bit more put on the parents.
Sure.
That's helping their students out at night with the homework and just some minor things, and especially helping us look for those efficiencies because we can't see everything and the administrators can't see everything. So if there's things that parents hear on a daily basis, we've got some great feedback here in the last 6 months since we last said that. And
so you're encouraging that.
Oh, absolutely.
You want that insight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, anything they have new ideas, anything they've seen in other school districts that have worked.
A number of factors have led to the district's budget shortfall, including state funding cuts beginning in 2009, in which the district's general operating funds declined from $24.6 million to $23.3 million this year.
I think pretty well everybody knows that we're probably not going to have a windfall of money coming from them anytime soon. So, I think it's going to be an ever-going process where we're continuing to try to find new ways to raise funds and, to do what we can with the little amount of money that we do have from them.
Other contributors to the district's $1.4 million budget shortfall: enrollment figures that were predicted incorrectly and figures for wage increases for teachers budgeted incorrectly. The Hays School District recently cut 16 teaching positions and has added several new fees to begin closing the gap. Former State Representative Dan Johnson died Sunday in Hays. He was 77 years old. Johnson, a Republican, served the 110th District, which covered portions of rural Ellis County. Johnson was in the legislature 14 years, from 1997 to 2011. Service arrangements are pending with Klein's Mortuary of Hays. Tuesday, July 1st, a new Kansas law nullifies any local gun laws and makes it legal across the state to carry guns in most public buildings. Legislators supporting the bill say the reasoning is to ensure all Kansas counties have uniform gun laws. According to Sheriff Ed Harbin and Police Chief Don Scheidler, the law will not have much effect in Ellis County as there are no county or city gun restrictions on concealed and open carry guns.
I think the important thing is that people remember to be responsible gun owners and be responsible for their role in the community. They need to make sure that they're not walking down the street, scaring people and alarming people. We've had examples of people with automatic rifles near the high school just walking down the street, and in hindsight, that wasn't good judgment on their part. It's one thing to be a gun owner, but it's more important to be a responsible gun owner.
Businesses, college campuses, and organizations still have the right to ban both concealed and unconcealed guns if they post specific signs on their premises. Hobby Lobby in Hays is open. The eagerly awaited event was actually Thursday, a soft opening, according to store officials. Monday morning's grand opening included ribbon cutting by the Hays Area Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, the community was ready for us. They've expressed interest in us for a long time. The opportunity, the surrounding area and the smaller communities that are all coming in here to shop at our store, and it was a great opportunity for us and for the community.
Just from the day one that we started coming in here with the fixtures, just having the customers coming up and checking out through the window what was going on, the excitement outside the building was just unbelievable. And even when we started having the merchandise coming in, they were all ready to come shop.
Although Monday was Dr. Ed Hammond's final day as the president of Fort Hays State University, he's quick to point out he is not retiring. Hammond, who served as president 27 years, is under contract with the Kansas Board of Regents to work another 3 to 7 years at the university. The first year will be dedicated to helping the 9th president, Dr. Myrta Martin, ease into her new position.
We're ready for a new president to come in, and I'm extremely excited about that possibility of Dr. Martin. Myrta is an amazing woman and leader. The Board of Regents has gone out and they wanted to hire the best leader they could hire, and they really have done that. And She brings a tenacity and a competition, a desire for competition to the table that is second to none.
Hammond arrived at Fort Hays State in 1987 and is the longest serving president in the Regents system. You can see more of his interview with Mike Cooper on our website, hayspost.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Lowe at Lifetime Dental Care in Hays. Why pay more for slow braces when you can save money with fast braces? Fast braces can straighten all of your teeth in as little as 3 months to a year and are safe for children and adults. You can only find fast braces in western Kansas at Lifetime Dental Care in Hays. I am so confident with this revolutionary braces technology that I even put them on my son Hayden.
It's amazing how fast my teeth have adjusted, and it's a lot more comfortable than I thought it was going to be.
So call now to schedule a free consultation and see if fast braces is right for you.
Well, I'm missing out on full conversations. My children had mentioned to me, Dad, you're missing so much. I needed to come in and get it taken care of, and I'm glad I did. You just put them in every morning and change the batteries when they need to be changed, and you just become accustomed to having them in.
If you're suffering from hearing loss, stop by Hearing Solutions today and be another satisfied customer tomorrow. Happy birthday. I love you. I'm sorry. Happy anniversary. Get well. Congratulations. Thinking of you. Just because. Flowers by Francis for any occasion, 2424 Vine Street in Hays.
This is a news update from the Salina Post. A wet summer is spawning an outbreak of mosquitoes across Kansas. The mosquitoes are again bringing with them diseases, viruses, and itching. Last year, 91 cases of West Nile virus reported in Kansas, 7 of which were fatal. No cases have been reported so far this year in the state. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment suggests people wear long sleeves and long pants when they go out. They should also drain any standing water and protect themselves with an insect repellent that contains at least 23% DEET. KDHE test of mosquitoes found in Sedgwick County for viruses, including West Nile and a new virus, chikungunya, which can cause fever, joint, and muscle pain in the people that it infects. Starting Tuesday, Kansas is granting a year-long exemption to small commercial trucks from most of the safety regulations it imposes upon larger haulers. The exemption is the result of a new law. It was approved by the legislature this year with large bipartisan majorities at the urging of owners of landscaping, masonry, and home building businesses and trade groups. They argued that smaller trucks shouldn't face the same regulations as over-the-road semis, but some state officials have misgivings. The exemption will apply to trucks if their manufacturers specify that their weights when loaded are 26,000 pounds or less. Operators will avoid limits on hours they can be driven and requirements for tires, safety hitches, trailer braking systems, or emergency equipment. Kansas education groups are gearing up for their political activities ahead of the August 5th primary election, putting their money and sweat behind the State House candidates that support public schools. Organizers say teachers in particular have had enough viewing recent changes, that is, in teacher licensing and loss of administrative due process as an attack on their profession. The Kansas National Education Association, the state's largest teachers union, has more than $400,000 to spend this election cycle. Other organizations are going door to door to boost turnout for pro-education candidates. Countering those efforts is the American for Prosperity, an organization founded by Charles and David Koch, which lobbied for many of the changes in teacher laws. The group says Kansans like the changes and they want to go further. Former Senator Bob Dole plans to visit his hometown in Russell Wednesday to dedicate the new mobile unit used by the Robert J. Dole VA Medical Center. A spokeswoman says the dedication will take place at 10:30 at the Russell VFW Post 6240 located on Bob Dole Drive. The Dole Medical Center in Wichita serves 59 Kansas counties. It also operates 6 community-based outpatient clinics located in Hays, Salina, Hutchinson, Dodge City, Liberal, and Parsons. The new mobile unit will bring health and education services to veterans in rural Kansas. A Kansas Department of Health and Environment spokeswoman says the agency believes a new coal-fired power plant in the southwest part of the state would comply with all federal and state air quality laws. KDHE spokeswoman Sarah Belfry made the statement last week after the Sierra Club filed a new lawsuit with the State Court of Appeals over the $2.8 billion project proposed by Hays-based Sunflower Electric Power Corporation. KDHE Secretary Robert Moser last month approved changes in a 2010 permit to allow construction of the 895-megawatt plant outside of Holcomb. The changes were necessary because of a Kansas Supreme Court ruling last year in an earlier Sierra Club lawsuit. The Sierra Club contends that the changes the plant would not comply with the federal clean air rules. No one was hurt Sunday evening when a Boeing 737 from Chicago to Los Angeles had to make an emergency landing at Wichita's Mid-Continent Airport. A passenger slide deployed within the cabin of Flight 1463 towards the back of the jet. United Airlines flight was bound from Chicago's O'Hare Airport to John Wayne Airport near Los Angeles with 101 people aboard. The plane was safely diverted to Wichita and landed about 10:30 Sunday night. This has been a news update from the Salina Post.
Thanks, Randy. And remember, there's always more news up to the minute on our website, hayspost.com. A wet weekend in the area. Stay tuned for the weather forecast from meteorologist Dan Holliday. He's in next.
A kaleidoscope of color is what you'll find at Mamzell's. Surf and lime, aqua and coral, pop your black with emerald. We have an amazing selection of ankle pants, crops, and capris.
Everyone's excited for the new spring fashions.
And we invite you to experience Mamzell's.
Gibson's Health Mart Pharmacy in Waukene, a pharmacy plus a whole lot more. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies dedicated to you, the customer. Stop into Gibson's and enjoy a friendly smile and a helping hand. Whether you need photos, home health, beauty aids, cosmetics, count on Gibson's. When it comes to pharmacy, there is no better choice. Gibson's Health Mart pharmacists take the time to get to know you, explain your medications, and answer questions you may have. Gibson's Health Mart in downtown Waukene. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The Eagle Communications fan base is growing. Be an Eagle fan today and hit it big with double play and triple play offers for the best in high-speed internet, digital television, and reliable telephone service. These offers won't last long, so take advantage of these out-of-the-park deals today. For more information, call 877-61-EAGLE or visit eaglecom.net. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Welcome back. Some welcome rain in Hays during the month of June. According to official records from the K-State Ag Research Center, Hays is 6 inches ahead of normal. The long-term average moisture in June is about 3.5 inches. The annual long-term average is a little more than 11 inches. With one more day left in the month, Hays is more than an inch ahead for 2014.
Overnight, we'll have chances of scattered thunderstorms. Our low in the low 60s with a northeasterly wind. A few may stick around across western and central Kansas through early Tuesday. Then we become partly cloudy, not as warm, with a high in the low 80s. 58 on Tuesday night, only 78 Wednesday. From the Eagle Storm Watch Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dan Holliday.
And that's Hays Post News. Thanks for watching. I'm Becky Kaiser.